If you've been following us, we have been listening to Rage Against the Machine, Empire Strikes Back. No, it's not Empire Strikes Back. That's Star Wars. Evil Empire. See, that's my dyslexia playing up, because, yeah. Anyway, we listened to it last week, Monday, on our live stream, where we listened to albums. We go through the full review of it, and we'll be listening to the second half of it on Monday. So head over to our YouTube channel, subscribe, put the notifications on so that you can be there on the live stream and listen to the rest of it with us. Just wanted to give a quick update on how it has been for me so far. Song list. Okay, so for my personal review so far of listening to the album, it's been mixed actually. Charles is showing me this album, and Charles is a rock connoisseur, so him and Nomi, who was on the stream, they've listened to this album for years since it came out. They were actually in the world at the time while this was being produced. They were receiving the music in real time, so there's a lot more that they have to bring in terms of how it felt and what the atmosphere of the culture was like. They can actually bring a lot of context to a lot of the music. So it's good to hear it with them, because some of the things I wasn't really getting. So I'm just gonna go down the list of songs that we've done so far, that at least I can remember that we've done so far. I think People of the Sun, for me, first song out of the gate, I think what really stood out for me was the mix. The mix was incredible. The mix is incredible, and it's just the fat tones of the drums, the fat snare, the stereo space, and I think that's something that I've always said historically on the channel about Rage Against the Machine's music. The engineer is like that added on member who's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, because I think the music is great, but it wouldn't be as impactful. It's kind of like it would be, the music for me sometimes with certain bands, it's like it's blurry, but when you have a really good musical engineer, it suddenly just becomes very sharp, and it's like, okay, I get what you were trying to do in certain places. So that song for me, the song was good, it was very punchy, but the standout thing for me was basically just the mix. I was just taken away by the mix and the clarity of the instruments. Song number 2, listen to that. Come on, Balls on Parade. Oh my gosh. All right, this is one of those songs that everyone knows, every drummer knows, every musician knows. When you hear that intro, you're gonna be like, oh, you know, even if you don't know Rage Against the Machine and you're not a musician, you will most likely know that intro. Balls on Parade sets the tone. I think it sets the tone. It lets you know exactly what's going to be happening for the rest of the album. Very punchy again. I think one of their most... Oh, can that dog shut up? Damn. One of the most iconic intros. I don't think it's the most iconic intro, but when I heard that song, I think initially I was just like, man, this is very punchy. Very punchy, a lot of attitude, very hyped. This is just me listening, reviewing it. I haven't gone back to listen to the songs, by the way. So this is just basically me going off of my memory and what I felt at the time. I think I might do a more in-depth listen to everything. Maybe a month later, I might keep it on rotation for a month and then come back and really be able to articulate how I feel. But that song, I remember when I first heard it. I just felt like, man, damn, punchy, very punchy. As punchy as the second one, very punchy, but I was like, I wonder if it's going to go in a different direction also. So I was like, yeah, I don't know if that's making any sense, but...
Come on, Johnny, sound it out.
What's this song? Is the song Veet Now? I don't know how to say that. Venet Now? I don't know how to say that. For me, when I heard it, I was like, yeah, this is going to be samey. I felt like this album, I was hoping that the album doesn't do the same thing over and over again. So yeah, hearing that song, I was like, oh man, this is dope. This is dope stuff. But that song felt like it didn't need to be in the album. I don't think it was. I think it took my mood down on the listening journey. It took me down, and I was like, oh damn, this is getting a bit boring. Yeah, I don't have much to say about that song. I just wanted it to end, to be honest. Revolver. Now, Revolver had a bit more dynamics in the songs for me. Obviously, there's a part where it really comes down and it's very trashy and it comes back up again. So for me, that kind of gave me a little bit more hope, thinking that, oh, there could be some more, super power moves that they haven't showed me, or little tricks, and I don't know, just a different approach that they probably could have been hiding that they haven't shown yet. So that song for me was like, oh, this is a nice come down in the album. Obviously they're not gonna have no ballads. Charles are like, oh, they're not gonna have no ballads. This isn't bloody Usher music. And I was like, yeah, I know it's not bloody Usher, bro. But I just wanted something a little bit different from the cut of cloth that I was getting previously in the album. When you're listening to an album, you want to have a little bit of variety, don't you? So I feel like this was Rage Against Machine's like variety, like giving you something a little bit different in certain sections of the song, which kind of made it feel like, oh, okay, they can do other stuff a little bit. It wasn't that dramatic, but it just felt it felt nice to me. Okay, Snake Charmer, one of my favorite songs. The groove, the lock-in, the riff, powerful riff, incredibly powerful riff. I often think to myself, man, I feel like riffs are one of those things, like when the guitar was created, it was like there was a certain amount of riffs that, that are out there, and it's first come, first serve. Whoever got to it. I feel like Tom Morello just had the cheat code to like all the best riffs, and he found them first. He discovered all the, once you've discovered the main ones, it's like everyone else is discovering like versions of what you have. It's like discovering Tutankhamun's tomb. It's like the first person to get it, got it. Now everyone else is getting these other guys. It's like, no. Tom Morello was the guy that discovered the riffs, and this song was a nice reminder of that. However, I have an issue with Tom Morello soloing. I think it's amazing that someone can create incredible sounds and soundscapes using new and unique ways that most people have not even dreamt of doing before. I think it's fantastic. Mm-hmm. I don't want it shoved down my throat at the same point in every song. It's like, do you remember when dance crews used to be the thing back in the early 2000s? You'd have a dance crew, they'll be locking, popping, ba 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 ba, and then they'll get a duffel bag. They'll put the duffel bag on the dance floor, and the duffel bag will be percolating, and then boom, a baby jumps out of the duffel bag and starts, and does a backflip, and you're like, oh my gosh, the baby just did a backflip. How did the little baby do a backflip?
John, you're killing me.
And then it's like, great, that's sick, yeah. I'm like, great, that's dope. And then next dance battle, they dance, everyone's dancing, they're going hard. Duffel bag, bloof. Percolating again. Boom, the baby jumps out again, does the backflip. Oh my gosh, the baby does the backflip again. Oh my god. It's the baby in the duffel bag trick for me. With Tom Morello making all these. It's like, man, that's so sick. How did you do that? Wow, man, great. Not on the next track though. Not again.
So okay,
not again.
all right,
Again.
all right. Is it that you want him to go more traditional?
I just don't enjoy it, and the fact that people are jerking off to this. Oh my gosh!
But wait. So he should just go. I'm not.
saying.
What do you want him to do?
I'm not saying he should do that.
Because he's Tom Morello. Tom Morello does what Tom Morello does.
Just Tom Morello solos do bother me. But it couldn't, on this particular song, it didn't bother me enough to not like the song. But yeah, they've still kept the energy up this far. Tire Me. It's just a fun song, man. I don't think I felt that in the moment. I think for me, this was a little bit of a dip in the album. For me, just for my taste. It just took a little bit of a dip. Nothing too crazy, but it's a fun song. I could imagine being like a teenager in your room, just like jumping and bopping. But I think when I consumed the music, when I first consumed it, at the time that I did, I just didn't feel that sort of energy. So it's not necessarily bad. It just wasn't for me in that moment. It kind of took me out of the whole album listening experience. It was like, again, it was the song's what, 3 minutes. I felt like they could have done without it. To be honest, I didn't need to be there for me personally, but yeah. Woo! Yeah, even those first chords sounded like, for me, I'm a bit of a rock noob, but that sounded like Deftones to me. It sounded very Deftonesy. Just the wall of sound, the chords that were being used, the thickness of the chords as well, just sounded very Deftonesy. And then it breaks into like a bit of a nice upbeat, kind of Candy Flossy riff. Yeah, very, very happy-go-lucky. That's what it felt like to me. It was a nice bop, this song, Down or There. I think I've heard it before. I think we did a reaction before, so it must have triggered something in my brain. It very hip hoppy. And also the synth going in the back, like it felt like to me this was like the quintessential rock, hip hop, nu metal song. Like it was a nice blend of like the hip hop, I think Charles said even like West Coast kind of vibes with the synth, and the bass just swinging it up. Yeah, I loved it. It felt familiar, and I think that's where we stopped. But what we're going to be doing is this Monday, which will be, I don't know what the date would be, but this Monday we're going to be streaming us listening to the rest of the album. I think there's 4 songs left. What 4 songs are they, do you ask? Without a Face, Wind Blow, Roll Right, Year of the Boomerang. So those are the songs we've got left to listen to on our live stream, which we'll be doing this Monday. So if you like to listen to album reviews and like to, just musical content and like a cool vibe and, blah, 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 we do it every Monday. So we stream every Monday. Listen to albums, listen to songs. You guys can suggest songs that you like to listen to. And if you didn't like anything I said in this video, you can go to that video or the live stream and write in your comments. But I'll be looking forward to see all of you guys and see you next one. Peace.